Surprise is 3 weeks old today, and at his most recent weigh-in, which was this morning, he came in at 300 grams, which is 80 grams more than he was this time last week. So I'm really happy with his development as it relates to his weight. Now, about his eyes, I'm a little bit concerned about that because based on everything I've read and all the videos I've watched about kitten development, when kittens first open their eyes, the color is usually blue or baby blue, and then it changes over time to their permanent cat eye color. And that was the case with the kittens from Bronwyn's first litter, but it seems to be different with Surprise. Surprise's eyes are really dark, almost black, so I was concerned that maybe this meant he was blind, but observing him for a while, I noticed that he focuses on things. Like when he looks at me, sometimes he focuses on me and on other things. So he's not blind, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't have some sort of visual impairment. So I'm just going to keep watching to see what happens. So I'll keep you updated on that. As for his leg development, he isn't walking yet, but he isn't crawling either. On the spectrum of crawling to walking, I would say he's closer to walking because he's very curious. So he will drag himself around the room to investigate his surroundings. So that to me is more walking than crawling. So I think I'll give it another week before he starts walking. He's still very uncoordinated. So I'm giving him more floor time to practice, using his leg muscles and all of that. So that's what's going on as far as his legs are concerned. I'm also continuing to try and spend more time holding him, so he's getting more comfortable with the feeling of being held. Like he naps in the palm of my hand and on my chest, and I've noticed that when I put him on my chest, he likes to nudge himself up into the crook of my neck and nap there. So that is something I'm noticing that he likes to do. So yeah, I think this experiment of holding him to get him used to human touch is working. He also spends more time awake now than he used to, because in the past when I used to check up on him like throughout the day, he would be asleep except for when he was eating. But now I would say 50% of the time he is awake and the other 50% of the time he's asleep. So he is more alert than he used to be and spends more time awake. He still has no teeth, so he's still exclusively breastfeeding, which is to be expected, so I'm not worried about that. His ears have started to really unfold and like stick up. They're not big yet, but they aren't like as tucked in as they used to be, and I'm noticing that his hearing is improving because he reacts more to sound now than he used to. So his hearing is developing right on schedule. So yeah, those are all the developmental milestones Surprise has gone through during his third week of life. And by the way, remember in the beginning of this series I mentioned that we were going through a heat wave? Well, that isn't happening anymore. The heat wave broke yesterday. So I've noticed that Bronwyn doesn't put him on the floor as much as she used to. So now he stays in the pen all cozy in his towels.
Audio Jungle.